morning, students. Once again, a very hearty welcome to the English world of Aradhya. Myself, Rasmin sir, imparting knowledge of English to the students of 9 to 12 standard in English medium. Students, in my previous videos, we have already started your 5th lesson. The title of the lesson is The 100 Dresses by L. Bisor Esther. I told you this particular writer mainly writes about the children. This particular lesson is also about the school atmosphere. In school atmosphere, when a new student comes, okay, and it is or he is from poor family, what is her condition? Or the bullies of the school, when they start harassing the other weak students, how they feel. So that way, students, you see here we come across 3 characters. Vanda, who is the victim over here, and the main people who are harassing Vanda are Peggy and her group, and one more girl, Peggy's fast friend, Peggy's closest friend, Maddie. But after certain amount of harassment, Maddie realizes that whatever they are doing is wrong, and she is not in position to tell directly Peggy to stop harassing Vanda, because her condition, she is also not that poor, but a bit better, in better condition than Vanda. So she feels that if I tell Peggy to stop harassing Vanda, Peggy might stop harassing Vanda, but Peggy might start harassing her. And because of that reason only, in spite of strong will to tell Peggy to stop harassing Vanda, she cannot. So now onwards we will see what happens. Okay, Peggy and the other girls used to harass Vanda by asking how many dresses she had, how many pairs of shoes she had, and Vanda always come in one blue, disfigured blue dress, which was clean but not ironed. Okay, her shoes were also very muddy. So from that only they could make out that she is from a poor family. And secondly, she was a Polish girl. Her name was also very awkward over there. So they were harassing her because of her name also, her clothes also, okay, her economic condition also. So now we will see what Maddie does. Is she successful in informing or in just guiding Peggy to stop harassing Vanda? What happens? All those things we will see in this particular video. Okay. Today, even though they had been late to school, Maddie was glad she had not had to make fun of Vanda. Okay, 2 days earlier I told you 2 days Vanda did not come, Monday and Tuesday. And on Wednesday they were eagerly waiting for Vanda to come on their way to school. But then also they did not find Vanda. So when they reached school, in classroom also she was absent. So today Maddie was just a bit happy that today they didn't have to harass Vanda because she did not come only to school. She worked her arithmetic problems absent-mindedly. 8 times 8, let's see. She wished she had the nerve to write Peggy a note. Okay, so certain things which cannot be told directly can be just informed through messages. So here Maddie was thinking that at least if she is bold enough to write to Peggy this particular thing only, stop harassing Vanda. So has she got that nerve, has she got those guts to tell in a note form? Okay. Because she knew she never would have the courage to speak right out to Peggy to say, hey Peg, let's stop asking Vanda how many dresses she has. She knew that directly she could not tell this to Peggy. And that's why she thought that let me write a note to her. So through note also she would come to know that somebody is telling me to stop harassing Vanda. When she finished her arithmetic, she did start a note to Peggy. Okay. Suddenly she paused and shuddered. Shuddered, here students means trembled. Trembled with fear. She pictured herself in the schoolyard, a new target for Peggy and the girls. So this was the main fear. If I tell Peggy to stop harassing Vanda, Peggy might stop harassing Vanda, but might start harassing Maddie in her place. So she just imagined that if they stop harassing Vanda, they would start harassing me. So that's why while writing the note, that particular thought came to her mind. Peggy might ask her where she got the dress that she had on, and Maddie would have to say it was one of Peggy's old ones that Maddie's mother had tried to disguise with new trimmings, so no one in the room 13 would recognize it. So Maddie would have to tell this, it is someone's old dress which her mother has decorated with something, so that nobody in the room number 13 comes to know that it is a second-handed dress or somebody's already worn clothes. If only Peggy would decide of her own accord, okay, to stop having fun with Wanda. So this was another thought. She cannot tell directly to Peggy to stop it. She cannot even tell in the note form also. So final thing is, if Peggy as Maddie has realized it is wrong to go on harassing someone to such an extent, if Peggy also realizes that thing and she automatically stops, that would be the best thing. That is what Maddie thinks. If only Peggy would decide of her own accord, यानी अगर वो खुद ही ऐसा डिसीजन ले कि नहीं अब बहुत हो गया, अब उसको मुझे परेशान नहीं करना है, understood? Then that would be the best thing. Oh well, Maddie ran her hand through her short blonde hair as though to push the uncomfortable thoughts away. Now these were some uncomfortable thoughts which she could not put into practice. So she is just moving her hand in her hair as if she is trying to take out those thoughts from her mind. What difference did it make? Slowly Maddie tore into bits the note she had started. She started writing the note, but now she tore it. Slowly Maddie tore into bits the note she had started. She was Peggy's best friend, and Peggy was the best liked girl in the whole room. I told you. In that particular room, Peggy got much more limelight. Okay? She was the most liked girl, best liked girl in the whole room. Peggy could not possibly do anything that was really wrong, she thought. So if she is doing wrong to others, why would people like her? So again, this thought came to Maddie's mind. It means whatever she does cannot be wrong. Okay? So when she asked a question to Wanda, so that also should not be wrong. Otherwise, why would people like her? Okay. As for Wanda, she was just some girl who lived up on both sides and stood alone in the schoolyard. She scarcely ever said anything to anybody. Because earlier also you were informed she is a Polish girl, she is new to school, and people are harassing her because of her name, because of her poverty. Okay, that's why she doesn't have any friend over there. So she is like that creature over there. The only time she talked was in the schoolyard about her 100 dresses. Okay, when she talked, only when someone asked her, someone like Peggy asked her, how many dresses do you have? So she would answer, I have got 100 dresses. That time only she would talk, otherwise she would not talk to anyone. Maddie remembered her telling about one of her dresses, pale blue with colored trimmings. Okay, trimmings here means decoration. So colored decoration she had made on that. And she remembered another that was brilliant jungle green with a red sash. Okay, so students, here you see red sash means red belt. Okay, she had drawn in that dress. So these two dresses you will have to remember, because finally when in the second part you will see the importance of these two dresses. Okay, right now I won't tell you. You would look like a Christmas tree in that. So it was green colored plus red belt. So you see in Christmas tree or the Christmas father, normally Christmas is having that green color and red color the most. Christmas father is coming in the red clothes. Christmas tree is completely green. Okay, in that some decoration is there which are of different colors, golden color, but red color is also contrasting with that. So you see, if someone wears that dress, she would look like a Christmas tree. The girls had said in pretended admiration. Okay, thinking about Wanda and her 100 dresses all lined up in the closet, Maddie began to wonder who was going to win the drawing and coloring contest. Now at this time of the year, they had one drawing competition. So when Wanda told about her dresses. So here that thought came to her mind. This time in drawing competition, who would win? It was both drawing and coloring both. So who would win that contest? For girls, this contest consisted of designing dresses, and for boys of designing motorboats. Okay students, so second time we come to know about the reference of the boys. First time when we were informed about where Wanda sat in the class, on the last bench where boys were sitting, and they were making the noise through their feet or laughed loudly when something funny went on in the class. So that was the first time the reference to the boys was made, and now second time when this drawing competition is there. So the topic for the boy was drawing a motorboats. Probably Peggy would win the girls medal. Peggy drew better than anyone else in the room. So this was one more quality of Peggy. Okay, one more you can say talent of Peggy, that she drew better than anybody else in the classroom. So anybody could say undoubtedly that this competition, drawing competition, would be won by Peggy only. At least that is what everybody thought. She could copy a picture in a magazine or some film star's head so that you could almost tell who it was. So she was good in copying. In a way we can say that she was good in copying. If any picture is given to her, she would make another picture same. Okay, she would copy it in the same way that you won't find any difference between the original copy and her drawn copy. Okay, so she was good in copying, that's what you can say. Oh, Maddie was sure Peggy would win. Well, tomorrow the teacher was going to announce the winners. Then they would know. So they would have to wait for the result. So next day, teacher would announce. Tomorrow means. The next day it was drizzling. Drizzling is light rain. Maddie and Peggy hurried to school under Peggy's umbrella. So from here you can also make out that Peggy was rich enough, but Maddie was not that rich. Maggie was also using her umbrella. They were going to school together under her umbrella. Naturally, on a day like this, they didn't wait for Wanda Petronsky on the corner of the Oliver Street. The street that far, far away under the railroad tracks and up the hills led to Bogan's Heights. So this is the way to reach Wanda's house. Anyway, they weren't taking chances on being late today because it was already drizzling. So they didn't want to get late. They didn't want to wait for Wanda. Okay. Because today was important. Why? Because the teacher was going to announce the result of the drawing competition. So they thought that today we can postpone harassing Wanda. Today we can just simply go to school in time. Do you think Miss Mason will announce the winners today? Asked Peggy. Oh, I hope so, the minute we get him, said Matty. Of course you will win, Peg. So the minute we enter the class, okay, Miss Mason will announce the result. Soon she will announce the result. Okay. And she also confirmed to Peggy that she would only win the contest. Okay. Hope so, said Peggy eagerly. The minute they entered the classroom, they stopped short and gasped. There were drawings all over the room on every ledge and windowsill. Dazzling colors and brilliant lavish designs. Lavish means extravagant. Okay, very good. Extravagant designs. All drawn on great sheets of wrapping paper. So, one great sheet of wrapping paper was taken, and on those that sheet only, so many dresses were drawn in different designs. There must have been 100 of them, all lined up. So as they were harassing Wanda about by asking the question, how many dresses you have? So here it seems that Wanda only has displayed all those 100 dresses she had at home. In here she has displayed those dresses in a picture form by drawing them. Okay. These must be the drawings for the contest. They were. So they were definitely the drawings for the contest. Everybody stopped and whistled or murmured admiringly. So they were so nicely drawn that everybody appreciated those pictures, and everybody appreciated wholeheartedly. There was no this one element of cheating. There was no element of jealousy. Okay, all the other girls and boys admired those pictures because they were so nicely drawn. Okay, as soon as the class had assembled, Miss Mason announced the winners. Jack Bagels had won for the boys. Okay, she said, and his design for an outboard motor was on exhibition in room number 12, along with the sketches by all the other boys. So you people can see, you people can compare. So here they have already declared the result. Okay, students, among the boys, first boys mention comes Jack Bagels. He has also drawn one motor boat and his design is displayed with the designs of the other students. Okay, why they chose Jack Bagels only to win this contest? But it was kept in room number 12. As for the girls, she said, although just one or two sketches were submitted by most, one girl, and room 13 should be proud of her. This one girl actually drew 100 designs, all different and all beautiful. In the opinion of the judges, any one of the drawings is worthy of winning the prize. Okay, I am happy to say that Wanda Petronsky is the winner of the girls' medal. Okay, now this came almost like a surprising element. Most of the girls, including Maddie, had thought that this drawing contest would be won by Peggy, because Peggy drew better than anybody else in the class. But surprisingly here, Wanda Petronsky won that contest, and she had not given one or two painting. She had given 100 dresses, and here it is said that any one dress of hers could easily have won that. So all the designs made by Wanda in those 100 dresses were capable. Every dress was capable of winning. Understood? So here finally they declared that the winner was Wanda Petronsky. Okay. Unfortunately, Wanda has been absent from school for some days and is not here to receive the applause that is due to her. Okay. Applause means clapping. When the winners' names are announced, students clap. So she was not there to receive that applause. She was not coming to school for last few days. Let us hope she will be back tomorrow. Now class, you may file around the room quietly and look at her exquisite drawings. Exquisite means extremely beautiful. Because her every drawing, every dress she had drawn was so beautiful that it would be a charm to watch, students. Okay. The children burst into applause and even the boys were glad to have a chance to stamp on the floor. Okay. Especially the last benches. Okay. Boys sitting on the last benches. It was already told earlier also, whenever something was announced or something funny went on in the class, they would just stamp their feet. Okay. Or rub their feet. So here they are stamping their feet. That is a sort of what giving respect or what appreciating somebody's talent. So here the children who were sitting on the last bench, they also had a chance to stamp on the floor, put their fingers in their mouths and whistle. So that is what all those they are doing for the winner. And who is the winner over here? Wanda, who is not present at all. Okay. Though they were not interested in dresses, the boys were not interested in dresses, but then also they took this chance. You know, whatever this girl has drawn is really worth praising. Okay. Look, Peg, whispered Maddie. There is that blue one she told us about. Isn't it beautiful? So whenever they asked Wanda how many dresses you have, she would say she had 100 dresses. And she would also refer one blue dress. So here that blue dress is also shown by Maddie to Peggy. Isn't it beautiful? Yes, said Peggy. And here is that green one, boy. Boy and I thought I could draw. Okay, boys also thought that like that green dress even we could draw. But what she has drawn is extraordinary. So Peggy also finally has some praise for Wanda. So here we come to the end of the first part, first lesson, students. Okay. Still this lesson is not over. Still we don't know anything about Vanda. Okay. Why Vanda stopped coming to school? Will she come to receive her prize? When she comes to receive her prize, what will be the reaction of the girls? Will Peggy and the other girls continue to harass her? Or will they appreciate her? Will they look at her with a new sense or with a new attitude? All those things, students, are question marks. We will come to know about that suspense in second lesson. Second lesson is sixth lesson. So till that time, students, just once again go through this entire fifth lesson, first part. Okay, it is worth students reading, and you will get a lot of knowledge about it. So the story would be very clear to you. So till that time, students, stay fit, stay fine. Have a good day. God bless you. Thank you.